I'm Alfred Johnson. I'm the CEO of Mobilize America. We are the platform that enables campaigns, progressive organizations, and volunteers to collaborate and connect, which, as Betsy just talked about, is a fundamental challenge. The 2016 election was obviously this incredibly catalytic moment. It's one of the reasons why we're all sitting here. It motivated so many people across the country to action. But as we surveyed the landscape around that, one of the key gaps was that that energy wasn't yet flowing into the activities that win elections, and we created Mobilize to solve that. Betsy had a far more compelling map than this one, but this is a version of the tools that campaigns use and organizations use around mobilization and events. One thing you'll see here is that these tools fundamentally don't talk to one another and often aren't created for politics. What we've built is a purpose-built, democratic, and progressive campaign event system that enables collaboration across all of the relevant entities in the system. This is what it looks like from the perspective of the organization. We know that your brand is often so important. It's the reason why people have signed up to become members of your group. So we enable campaigns to populate their events into our system, and then organizations can grab those events and promote people into them. We've seen this as being extraordinarily effective. I'll talk through some examples later in the presentation. This is an example of a branded sign-up page. So when somebody signs up for an event, in this case, it's something that's promoted by the arena, but it's a volunteer event in Virginia. The sign-up from that goes into the NGP van instance of the campaign, enabling this collaboration and coordination. On the volunteer side, we've made it really easy. So you can find events that are compelling to you, sign up for them easily. But again, we've automated much of the follow-up against those events so that people who sign up actually show up, which is often a huge barrier for campaigns. And then also analytics and tracking the efficacy of the program is often something that campaigns and organizations run into. We've built that into everything we do at Mobilize America, so it's very easy to track analytics on your program, know what your volunteers are doing, both for events that you've created and for campaign events, and that tracking is hugely valuable. So best to understand it from the perspective of an example, we've talked in this room a little bit about the Lam Campaign. We launched with that campaign about 4 weeks before the election. What we saw prior to launching was that the campaign was listing office addresses on their website and asking people to show up for those Canvas or phone bank events, but in person. When we launched with the campaign, they were able to advertise their events, and then groups like Swing Left and Stand Up America that had huge audiences of potential volunteers were able to push people into those events, in addition to local grassroots groups that were able to advertise it to their members. What we saw was completely incredible. So in 4 weeks, we saw more than 4,000 shifts scheduled for Conor Lamb's campaign, including, and I love this statistic, 1,300 on the Friday before the election, which is just an extraordinary amount of volume. And it's harnessing this movement that many of the people in this room have built to create the activity in the elections that need support and help. We're already working with an extraordinary set of campaigns and groups across the country. Critically, the DCCC, and Steve presented earlier, we are going to be in all of the DCCC target races. So those faces that were on the screen will be in all of them, as well as coordinated campaigns in 6 or 7 states across the country, many of the most competitive. So we're eager to work with people in this room, particularly people who are running volunteer-led organizations, because we are all going to be stronger if we collaborate together, and we're excited to do that with you guys in 2018 and beyond. So thank you. Thanks for your time.